Hey everybody, welcome to another Lzuruha Clash of Clans roundtable video. This time we're going to take a look at this was actually a lot closer than the score says, of 58 to 54. This is a war against HITOHATA. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. But this was a war that came down to the defense of one of our top four that basically won the war because 3 people had to hit this person in order to get the max amount of stars that they could. So we're going to jump right into it, and we're going to start with the attacks as I think we usually do, and then we're going to go into some of the defenses that were really vital. So as you can see how we cleared it out, it was pretty much 3 stars all around except for their 3 and their 1. So let's just jump into, we can do 1 attack by each of our top 4 and just see the difference in attackings, and we can kind of go over the different kind of hits. For those of you that might not be too familiar with the upper tier kind of hits, it's always nice to see. So this is our number 3, Miss Fortier, doing an Electro Dragon hit with some balloons. So there you go. So the idea with this is to kind of take out the outside perimeter. So she's doing 1 dragon in each of the 4 corners, and then she wants to go up this middle area with her remaining forces, the siege unit, and all that kind of stuff. So as you can see, also foregoing the poison and focusing more on freeze spells, as many of you know, but if you don't know, the freeze spells are now 1 elixir, or no, 1 spell slot, sorry. They're no longer 2. So they've gotten a lot more use than they used to. Now obviously this kind of a hit is very strong against a Town Hall 10, Town Hall 11's kind of setup, so you can kind of see how easy it is for her to mop it up. Didn't even have to be that precise with everything. It's just a matter of dropping a lot and watching it go. So as you can see, there's 5 dragons left, plus the Archer Queen, so, and the Barb King. So that pretty much shows that, you know, even if it was hitting another tier higher, it probably would have been a 3-star as well. So then we'll jump into one of my hits, and we'll go over it briefly. I don't normally like to do my own hits, so we'll see what I did for this one. So, did a Witch Bowler hit, which I'm still kind of favoring because I'm more used to it still. Even though Electro Dragons, once maxed out, are probably the good way to go right now. So, but this will just give you an idea of what you want to do is you place some witches on the sides, usually 3 witches on this side too, with a couple bowlers, and then you put everything else down the middle, along with that new siege ram. So it creates that lane for you that you used to have to use jump potions for. So it allows you, like what they've done with this new meta of changes is 1, remove the need for jump spells, which 2, allow you to use more rage spells, freeze spells now that they're only 1 elixir. Or, sorry, I keep saying 1 elixir, I mean 1 spell slot. And, you know, it just gives you more offensive capabilities. So, I think they were going for, they wanted a lot more destruction in the wars rather than hardcore defense, because they've given so many more tools to the offensive unit. So we'll fast forward it. So I had plenty of bowlers left over, some witches. You know, it wasn't that hard of a hit, as again, it's not a Town Hall 11 or Town Hall 12, so it's pretty easy to clean up. So we'll take a look at Dizzy's hit on 3. So we'll see how this looks. So now here's a higher level base. So this base is legitimately decent. It's still not quite, it's about on par as mine is as far as the defenses look, with a couple buildings probably being stronger than mine. But, you know, walls aren't fully upgraded, anything like that. So you know, still a fairly young Town Hall 12. So as you can see, she likes to opt for the Electro Dragons as well. So you have the dragons on the sides, creating the funnel down the middle. Now, what makes the new Town Hall 12s interesting, and I covered it in the last video, is that they now double as a defensive structure. So if those balloons had been able to make it all the way in there, they would actually target a Town Hall instead of go around it like the other Town Halls, where they're not considered defensive structures. So with Town Hall 12s being, you know, giant electric rod cannons, they are considered defensive structures now, which is quite interesting. Alright, so we'll fast forward through that a bit. So with this hit, I think she was just going for the safe 2-star, you know, and obviously she got more than, you know, if you're going for a safe 2-star and you get 77%, that's pretty awesome. Then we'll look at our number one, who also got 77%. So you can see a consistency there on their top, their number one, whose base is really not that different from the one that Dizzy just hit. So I imagine the reason why this guy is higher on the list is probably because of a few, like, yeah, these cannons look like they're max level compared to the last guy. And, you know, maybe a couple other buildings here or there, but nothing major. So, oh yeah, see, and then you have the Tesla towers that are fully upgraded, so those zap like crazy. But you can see, creating the funnel in the top and the bottom corners so that this whole group can head down the middle. So then he's going to use more freeze spells probably on these, the Eagle Artillery. Maybe even the Archer Queen. We'll see what he decides. I mean, he's still got 2 freeze spells. Yeah, so he's just going to use it on the Town Hall itself to guarantee getting that 2-star. And he's got 1 more freeze spell available, which he'll use for on CC troops, the Town Hall again. And that eliminates the Town Hall. So now everything else is gravy. So, you know, when you do these kind of hits, you're looking for a certain number of stars, and when you achieve it, it's like, awesome, job done. So, very nice hits. Nothing too insane. As you can see, our top 4 does favor the new Electro Dragons, because they're just really strong. They're the newest unit, and, you know, they'll make them OP until they nerf them, and then we'll have to figure out something else. Now, what we're going to do for this one is I want to kind of direct the attention on the map. I don't normally do this, but you look at the top and go, wow, there's like the top 4, there's, you know, there's 4 stars missing, but why is it only 54, not 56? Well, if you scroll all the way down, our number 8 is 1-starred. Now, you might be asking, how on earth did a group with, like, I think 3... or 4, actually, I just want to double check before I say anything. So 4 Town Hall 12. So 4 Town Hall 12s. How did they leave our number 8, a Town Hall 10, as a 1-star? Well, the answer, it lies within Miss Fortier. She defended 3 hits for 1 star. So we're going to look at that. So you can see their number 1 hit, their number 3 hit, and their number 4 hit. So we'll start with the number 4 hit on Miss Fortier. So doing kind of okay, so Lava Loon with some minions to clean up. Bowlers in there for some reason. Interesting. So let's see. As you can see, her walls are very high level. Her base is no slouch for Town Hall 12. So odd angle, he's going in with this siege machine. Not quite sure what he was hoping for there. So then now the defenses start ringing the Barbarian King around. So Barbarian King's already dead. Easy peasy. Archer Queen's only level 25, so this is a rough base to hit. Has to use the Queen ability already. So essentially what it looks like he was doing was using ground units to create, with the siege machine, to create some kind of a lane to go in, and it probably didn't achieve as much as he wanted. So now the balloons come out, and here we go. Let's see where it all went wrong for him. As he does freeze an Inferno Tower, he does do a good energy thing there. Now, I did say that this town hall becomes a defensive structure, and it's considered one, but only after it's been hit. So those balloons, without something to, you know, smack it around a little bit, they're not going to go for it. And he might not have known that. Because I think he would have sent these minions in sooner to try to maybe... I mean, maybe he did drop them sooner. They just take forever to kill the storages that the balloons gloss over. But, you know, at the very least, if you're going to try to do that kind of a hit, you know, maybe a lightning spell just to activate it. I haven't even seen if it works on a town hall. Because, you know, lightning spells don't affect the storages, but they hit most every other structure. So maybe a lightning spell would activate the town hall. Who knows? So that was the first hit against Miss Fortier. So that kind of failure forced out their number 3 to hit her as well. So let's jump into that one. So this time, full Electro Dragons, max balloons, max Electro Dragon. This person is a level 50 Archer Queen. No reason, even though her base is solid, no reason this person shouldn't get at least 2 stars. As you saw with how Jared and Dizzy did their hits, they went for that safe 2-star kind of play. So this person can just safely get a 2-star, but if you notice a difference, these guys don't really know how to funnel very well. They just slap the dragons down and we're like, okay, let's hope they go where we want them to go. So, didn't even start with 1 dragon here, 1 dragon there. Started with, you know, siege machine and other nonsense. So now they're just going to kind of go around the room a bit. And I don't know if they're ever going to make it to the middle to even touch that tower and activate it. Let's see. Nope, see those Electro Dragons? They're just going around here now. Oh boy, that must be heartbreaking. Now the town hall's been activated. Been activated, so now it's zapping, 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 but these wonderful little skeleton traps are distracting the dragon. So again, I would put that as a case of bad funneling. He didn't really, probably new to the dragons, but you know, he has max level dragons, so should have experimented a little bit more, I feel, before doing that. So they're number 3 and they're number 4, failing to 2-star our number 3. Forced out that they're number 1 to hit her as well. So we'll look at the number 1, see what he decided, and he decided, okay, more balloons, lava hounds, minions with some Electro Dragons. I mean, they're throwing the kitchen sink at her. I'm not sure the idea behind this idea, but we'll see what went wrong for him. Well, he literally put down everything to begin with, and has 4 wall breakers. I mean, I don't think that those 4 wall breakers, if they were something else, would have maybe made the difference. But wall breakers right now with that siege machine are some of the most useless units now. I think he thinks he's going to go up in here with the wall breakers and then drop his heroes here, and they're going to go finish off the town hall. That's my only thought that he's thinking of there. So let's see how that works out for him. Because here they come. Here they come. Oh boy. Well, this is now a defensive structure. So if he wanted to do that, his window ran out to do it. His window ran out to do it. So those wall breakers ended up being useless. Here he goes. He's going to try it again. And there they go. Up along the way. Yep, that did not go the way he wanted. Just a very nice base layout, and just, this is what really won the war for us, because holding their top 3 guys, basically, to 1-star hits, and then essentially they never had anyone to clean this up. So let's take a look for the final defense to look at to close out the video. We'll look at Megaman's defense and see what happens. So their number 7 had to hit. Now this is more like a you know, a mirror, which you never really want in wars. Like, I know it sounds kind of weird, but usually, like, you know, the Town Hall 10 will hit a Town Hall 9, the Town Hall 11 will hit a Town Hall 10. Because it's very hard to 3-star, and sometimes hard to 2-star your exact peer. So let's see what his strategy was here. Now he does have a siege machine, which he hasn't dropped yet for some reason. I don't know. That's kind of an odd thought. Not sure if I agree with that approach, as he's pretty much lost. He pretty much lost everything that he had there to the CC units. Now he drops the siege, which is going to do some work, but I think it's too little too late. And let's... Oh, wow. It just got... Oh, I think he just released it for some reason. I don't think anything killed it. Unless I missed like a blink of an eye, something that just took half its health down. I don't think so. So maybe he just got frustrated and he thought that he would send those Valkyries in, but they went around the edge, so... Very interesting idea. And so this sealed it. It absolutely sealed it. So this was done. The war was over at this point. They numerically had no attacks that could get the 3 stars on Megaman, and they couldn't even get 2 stars on Miss Fortier. So some really good defenses that won the war this time around. And it was another very fun war. And we, since the clan games were basically at this point, have like 7 days left, but when we started the war, we're doing back-to-back wars because it's like 10 days the next clan event. So we're just trying to get as much wars in as possible. So I hope you're enjoying the videos. Again, always leave me feedback. This has been Carnage64 with the Lzuruha clan. If you want to follow us on social media, it should be right there on the right side. Just follow Lzuruha on Twitter. You can subscribe to our YouTube or check us out on Facebook. And we hope to see you guys next time.